everybody. Hope you're all doing well. In this video, I'm going to talk about the song Wave by the great Brazilian composer Jobim. They apparently call him Tom. I don't feel like I know him well enough to call him Tom, so I'm going to call him Mr. Jobim. First, I'm going to show you a quick chord melody arrangement, and I'll put the chords up on the screen, and then I'll go through how to improvise over it, or at least how I approach improvising over it. So here we go, Wave. It starts with a D minor to G vamp. Kind of, the rhythm's kind of a mix between a samba and a funk. Kind of a vamp in Dorian. So you can, these are chords built in fourths. So you got you're basically in D Dorian, and as such we would play notes from the D Dorian scale. You can actually play melodic minor. So melodic minor is the same as a Dorian scale, but it has a natural 7. Technically, over a D minor 7, the natural 7 is going to clash with the flat 7 in the chord. It still works. When you're improvising in Dorian mode, there's a lot of different approaches you can take, and you want to mix up those different approaches in your lines. One is using the blues. Minor blues. Another approach is playing fragments of the scale in patterns. Another approach is adding in melodic minor. Another approach is using approach notes like, so you might and then the other thing is pentatonic. You can go up one step, and that pentatonic works. So E minor pentatonic over the D. Hey guys, I just want to remind you to like the video if you find this information useful, and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more of my videos in the future. So the A section starts with an A7, usually played as this as a sus chord, or this can also be thought of as a slash chord G over A, and it goes into D major 7. So these two chords can be handled together the same way, basically just playing D major. And usually try not to dwell on the 4th degree, this note, because that doesn't sound that great together. I've got a video on playing over the major chord. This it's basically a major scale without the 4, or you could think of it as a major pentatonic with an added major 7th. Then we go into this B flat diminished. And the best way to understand that is to look at the chords that follow it. Diminished chord, and then down a half a step, a 2-5-1, 2-5-1. So basically, if you look at it from the point of view of the G major 7 that we're headed to, this is a flat 3 diminished chord. And the way that I like to handle that is you go up a half a step and play harmonic minor. So in this case it's B harmonic minor. When you resolve it, you want to resolve to a chord tone of the A minor 7. The other way that you can approach this diminished is just with a diminished arpeggio, which is what Jobim actually uses in the melody. And you can also play a diminished scale or parts of notes from the diminished scale. I like this shape for the diminished scale. And the other shape I like a lot is it's important to remember that this can be moved up in minor thirds. The diminished is a symmetrical scale, so this could be thought of as a G diminished, but it can also be B flat diminished, and it can be D flat diminished, and then of course E diminished. Those are all the same. You're thinking about the fact that you're playing a D over D major. You can just think to play your diminished scale from the D flat. So you can think about it from the G, D flat. Then we have the 2-5-1 in G, and that would be the A minor, starts with the A minor. And then what I like to do is turn that A minor into an A diminished. So we can come up with our lines. And then we go to G minor. Usually like to play a G minor, G major minor arpeggio, because I'm doing this for my G major 7. I just move that major third down, and I've got this major minor arpeggio, which sounds really nice and outlines the chords well. But you could, of course, play a G melodic minor, like because it's really a G minor 6 rather than a G minor 7. And then over that part, the F sharp, we're going to do a B harmonic minor. Oops, I dropped my pick. And then over the B9 to E9, we're doing B pentatonic, because it only lands on that B9 for a second before it goes to the E9, and B minor blues sounds great over both of those chords. And then over the B flat 7 to A7, we're doing D minor pentatonic. So the B section is relatively simple compared to the A section. It's just a series of 2-5-1s. The first 2-5-1 is in the key of F. So G minor 7, C7 to F major 7. Then that becomes minor, so F minor 7, B flat 7 to E flat major 7, and then it gets back to the A section with the A sus chord again. There's some substitutions in the original recordings. The way it was originally composed is my understanding, and the way I played it was using these substitutions. So it starts with the G minor 7, so that's the same. Then rather than just playing a C7 chord, it puts the 7 in the bass, so it's really a slash chord like that. So we've got a C major with B flat in the bass. And then to A minor 7, and that's a substitute for the F major 7. It's important to realize that just because that's a minor 7, it should not be treated with like a Dorian approach or anything like that. You would just simply play it as if it was a 2-5 to F major 7. And then it just does the whole thing a step lower. F minor 7, B flat with A flat in the bass, to G minor 7, which again is a substitute for E major 7. And that's the B section. It's pretty straightforward. You just use any of your 2-5-1 language that you have for this. So that's basically the B section. Pretty straightforward. All right, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.